Hello, everybody. So glad to see you. Hello, everybody. So glad to see you too. All right. Hello, everybody. It's story time. I'm so excited. I am going to go ahead and share this out. So say hi to me when you get here. Hello, Maria. And I just have a little bit of Lionel Richie playing in the background while we're hanging out. Woo! La da. Do you guys remember this? All right. So hello, everybody. I'm super excited. I'm sharing this out to a few spots, and then we are going to dive into story time. Tell me, how are you today? It was Monday today. I got to tell you guys the funniest thing I did. You're going to totally crack up. Hi, Mary Beth. Hi, Pam. Hi, Maria. I did the funniest thing ever today. Just shows you how many things are on my mind. Bravo. Fiesta. Forever. Hello, Michelle. If you're hopping on, don't go anywhere, because we're about to have story time right out of the Worthy Human book, which releases July 16th. There is a link. Put your email in it. It's above this live or below. And you'll get notified when it's available for you to buy your own copy. And there's going to be epic, insane free bonuses that you get when you buy your copy. So you really want to put your email in there. And then there's another link. Hey, Brenda. For Tracy Lit Live, which is which is an epic evening of transformation. New York City date and Palm Beach, Florida date. Don't hesitate. Say yes. That evening alone will change your life. So, I'm just jamming out, and I'm putting this where I need to put it, and then I'm going to read, and you guys are going to love it. Yeah, Maria bought her ticket to the Florida event. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Come join the party. See how we play. Oh, and yes, at Tracy Lit Live, which is a celebration of the Worthy Human book. And it's like if a workshop, a book signing, and a dance party had a baby, that would be it. So I don't know what you're waiting for, but get your sexy ass in there. Hey, jumbo, jumbo. All right, one more share, and then we're ready to rock. Oh, jambalaya. All right, here we go. Yeah, jumbo, jumbo. All right, so we are ready to rock. Hey, Carrie. Okay, I'm gonna turn Lionel off, even though he's telling us we're gonna have a party. So let me first say this. If you are here, hi, I'm so happy you're here. And I want you to go ahead and press share, and I want you to get this out into the world, okay? Because the more people that, hold on, let me put this down. The more people that learn how to access their inner power and understand that they build a world based on choice, and start to learn that their energy, and start to respond instead of react, and start to spend more hours of their day feeling empowered and higher level feelings, and start to raise their energetic frequency, and start to live a life that they're madly in love with, the happier you'll all be. Because it makes us individually, as we shift and change, grow and evolve, heal and expand, it's a magnificent byproduct that happens to everyone around us. Because, and anyone who's on here who's been a student of mine, who's currently a student of mine, who's a client of mine, right? Hi. Mwah. So glad you're all here. You can attest that when you change, the world around you changes. When you change, you start to see things differently. When your energy changes, the people around you actually change in response to your energy. It's like the most amazing thing. Hey, Brandis. Hey, Marianne. It's the most amazing, profound thing. And I have a lot of missions. But one of my main, hey, Melissa, one of my main missions is to awaken you. Awaken all of you to the insane amount of personal power that you currently have lying dormant in you right now. And it's not like half of you have this power and the other half of you don't. It's not like you're born with it or you're not born with it. You all have it. Like, it's yours. It's there. You simply need to learn how to access it and learn how many choices you have. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here, because there's a whole different way to live. A whole different way to live than how we have been raised to believe life is, how we've been influenced by the people that raised us, right? Different things that are available to us now that weren't available to us then, okay? So if you in your life are not a 10 in every area, this is for you. If you are spending more hours of your day feeling low self, disempowered feelings, right? Like anger, frustration, negativity, resentment, boredom, all of those kind of things. There's lists of it in the book. Then this is for you because you're meant to grow. Hey, Beck, you're meant to grow. That's the point, you guys. If you aren't currently doing something to heal, grow, and expand, you're actually dying because you don't get both. You're either growing or you're dying, and no, there is no gray. Hey, David Gabriel, how are you? So what we're going to do right now, hey, Caroline. Let's see, yes. Okay, so we're going to read because it's story time. So why are we doing reparenting? I was trying to read that. I'm like, what word is that? Thank you. Yes, reparenting, becoming a loving parent to yourself, figuring out, gosh, we could talk about this for hours, but what are the things that you needed to hear when you were little that you never heard? You want to have a profound healing moment and the kind of snot bubble fetal position on the floor cries like we've talked about that are so necessary? Ask yourself that question. Start telling yourself those words. Because that little you inside needs it and quite frankly deserves it, okay? So I digress to what we're really here to do. We are doing, hey Lise, we're doing story time. And the reason we're doing story time is because Worthy Human releases on July 16th. And I opened this beautiful beast in front of you guys a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to be able to bring you little pieces of it until the very day where you could own your own copy and mark it up and write in it and use it as like what I'm claiming as your personal growth Bible. Okay, hey Rye, because it's filled with theory and ideas and funniness, and it's very like me and you hanging out, but it's also filled with how. What do you do with this? How do you apply this? How do you start to create change for yourself? And you'll be able to use it for that. So I'm just adjusting this. Hold on. Okay, Caroline just answered the question. Do you look great with braces, acne, and glasses? Yes, and no, and not even you would have been. You are great. All you really needed to hear in that moment was, you're enough, and you matter, and you're beautiful, and we love you unconditionally. Right? Say that to yourself every day and watch your life drastically change. Because I promise you are not doing enough of it. Okay? All right, here we go. So here's what we're going to read. And then what I'll do after I'm done reading, I want you to know that I'm here and I'm thrilled to discuss the section that I read and answer any questions and do some live coaching because we're here live and I'm super excited. And I feel eternally grateful for every single one of you and for how you show up and for you creating a space where I can come and do my work. So thank you. Mwah. Okay, so I ended up choosing this section because I've had several conversations in the past few days and this topic has been the theme. So I said, oh, let's just go here because I know it will serve so many of you, okay? And then next Monday, we'll do some more story time, okay? Okay. So if you didn't realize this for the last story time, I want to say this out loud. Because Brandis, oh good, I got you in tears. I love you too. Mwah. Because every single thing in your life is a choice. And the underpinning of my work in the world is teaching you how to access your power of choice and ensuring that you really understand the depth and the breadth of the choices you have to make. Okay? Because I guarantee you, you are grossly underestimating how much you're choosing. So instead of writing the book in chapters, I wrote the book in choices. So that always, right from the beginning of each section, you will be in a questioning place because anyone who's a coach knows that it's about questions, right? And you want to ask the right questions, you're going to get the right answers. You ask great questions, you get great answers. So let's begin. Choice number 5. Look how funky fresh it looks on the inside. Isn't that super cool? Choice number 5. Are you ready to give up the shit that is killing your soul? When I decided to write this book, I knew that to serve you in the most powerful way possible, I needed to address what I call the life suckers. The life suckers are behaviors and habits that suck your energy, take from you, and keep you away from the profound happiness, joy, and success that you deserve. The bad news is they're only with you because you've chosen them. The good news is you can delete these life suckers whenever you want. And now that you're well versed in radical personal responsibility, you know exactly what to do. Strap yourself in and hold on to the safety rails as we begin this ride. We're going to hang out and identify the life suckers one by one. You can then choose to rid yourself of them, and as you do, you'll instantly raise your frequency, get closer to your authentic self, and increase your happiness. Sounds like a good deal, doesn't it? And now we're going to go to the life sucker that keeps showing up the past few days that I was called to speak about. Life sucker number 4, comparison. Comparison is an act of violence against oneself. Iyanla Vanzant. You want to know the fastest way to breed self-doubt, insecurity, and low self-esteem while igniting the flame on your I'm not enough campfire? Comparison. That's right. It does all that and more. To compare means to measure or note the similarity or dissimilarity between yourself and someone else, personally or in circumstance. It's funny that the meaning mentions similarity because we never really use comparison to underscore how alike we are. When we compare, we always default to comparing the dissimilarity, the difference, and always in the direction of driving ourselves to feel like shit. We compare our most negative version of ourselves against the perceived picture-perfect version of someone else. Comparison scenario 1. When you're exhausted and arguing with your partner at home, you jump on social media and the first thing you see is a picture of your friend and her husband on vacation. Of course, you automatically start thinking that they have the perfect marriage, that she's so lucky, and the outcome of all those thoughts is that you now feel like shit. Comparison scenario number 2. You're 6 months into your entrepreneurial journey, yet you start measuring yourself against someone who's been on theirs for 15 years. You're thinking that she's so successful and that everything she does is awesome and effortless. The next thought is that you're acutely aware that you're not at that stage and wish you were. The outcome of those thoughts is that you now feel like shit. Comparison scenario 3. You've been questioning your purpose and feeling lost in your job. Just as you start to wonder if life will ever go your way, your friend calls to tell you that she's moving to California to accept an awesome new job. Sure, you say congratulations, but then your thoughts start wondering why everything is working out so perfectly for her. You know that you've been working super hard for years and nothing like that's ever happened for you. It's not fair. The outcome of those thoughts is that you now feel like shit. You feel like shit because you made the choice to follow the path of comparison. Your choice, your choice, your choice. Yes, I know I said that 3 times. Oh, and another thing about this slippery slope of comparison, none of the shit you're making up in your head is true. Behind that vacation photo, the truth is they went on that vacation in an attempt to save their marriage. It didn't work, and when they get home, they're officially separating. While you're looking at the leading experts in your field, you can choose to think, I've been an entrepreneur for 6 months. She's been doing it for 15 years. What an inspiration. I'll make sure my journey is just as successful. While you're immersed in comparison with your friend, you don't remember the endless extra hours she's been working to be in a position to be offered that job in California. It was a tough decision and she's leaving her friends and family behind, but she's putting a positive spin on it. When we are in comparison, we are making shit up. The truth is, we know nothing. We know nothing about what is or isn't going on in the lives of other people. Continuing to compare yourself is taking you further and further away from your dreams, from a place of empowerment, and from a place of happiness. When you're in comparison, you're in someone else's business. When you're in someone else's business, you're ignoring your own. So mind your own business. Stay focused on you. There's one thing you need to do in order to choose to leave comparison behind for good. Come in closely. You have to choose to stay in your own lane. Imagine 2 lanes side by side. Picture yourself in your lane, doing your thing, having a great time. You look over, check out the lane next to you, and decide that everything in that lane is infinitely better than in your lane. So you jump out of your lane and into theirs. Picture it. You're in their lane, getting into their business. If you're in their lane with them, who's in your lane? Ding ding, that's right. Nobody. Nobody's in your lane moving your life and your dreams forward. Stay in your lane. The work. Whenever you're tempted to compare yourself to someone else, repeat the words, stay in my lane, stay in my lane, stay in my lane, until the feeling passes. There you go. That was our little story time. Yay! There are 6 life suckers in the choice number 5, right? Let me just take a look at this for a second. In the choice number 5 of, with all these pages. Hi, everybody who just joined. Are you ready to give up the shit that's killing your soul? There are 6 life suckers, and we just read life sucker number 4, which is comparison. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take a few comments and look at what I've missed. If you guys have questions about this, I'm here. I can coach you live. I can answer questions. Let me know, how pervasive is comparison in your life? How often does that come up for you? Okay, let's see. Hey Carrie, you do that. Wow, with other women's looks, your own insecurities kick in. You're starting to notice this thought. Okay, for some reason I'm not able to see the remainder of the comment, which is very common sometimes on Facebook, so no worries. But so now it's an awareness, right? And I see your comment. You will keep telling yourself to stay in your lane. Absolutely, because number one, when you practice your own relationship with yourself, right? Let me put the book down. And your own love for yourself, and you start to really work that through. And there's an entire section and choice on, are you finally ready to fall deeply and madly in love with yourself, right? And what that means and how to actively start loving yourself. When you are practicing love for yourself and honoring your worth and really, really understanding how incredible you are, each and every one of you individually for who you are. And remember that you are 1 in 400 trillion, and you are a magnificent rarity, and it's time for you to act accordingly. When you have that, and then you're running your mind, right? Which is what stay in your lane is. Don't put your focus and attention on other people's shit. That section just taught you, we know nothing. You know nothing. You're going to make shit up, compare yourself in an inferior position, spin yourself out, and feel like shit. Stop. It's a choice. Everything's a choice. You don't need to be doing that. It's not serving you. It is not helping you feel better, have a better energy, get closer to what you want in your life, take action in your career, in your business, in any area that you want to improve, right? Comparison is absolutely one of these things. That's why it's in the life sucker section. There were 6 things that I kept going, where do these things go, right? Because creating and constructing a book was fascinating. And ultimately, what I realized these things had in common is they are those things that get in your way. They're behaviors and habits that are so low self and so low energy and such options, right? That it's like, no, because as soon as you, and I'll answer all those questions, as soon as you say, no, fuck that. I'm not going to go over there in their business. I'm not going to compare myself. When you are unavailable to do that, right? And you honor yourself and you go, no, I'm going to stay in my lane, because when I focus on me, right, and I do my thing, then I am moving myself forward. I am moving my life forward, my own goals, my own intentions, how I want to feel, creating this magnificent life. So when I get to the end of my go, I'm like, look at all that. Instead of looking back and going, wow, I really, wasted hours and days and weeks and months and years looking around at what everybody else was doing. You just don't want to do that. It doesn't make sense. When you hear me say it, you're like, yeah, that seems fucking crazy. All right, Nancy. How do you keep inspiration and motivation when looking at someone else without comparing? How do you keep inspiration and motivation? Okay, so the real base answer is you have to learn how to master your mind. You have to. You guys, this is one of those things that is not negotiable. It is absolutely the thing that will make or break the rest of your life. When you learn how to use this thing like a tool, when you learn how to master your mind, absolutely everything changes. The way you see the world changes, the way you feel changes, the way you attract things because your energy changes, all of it, okay? And Nancy, there's going to be opportunities for you to do that with me in a way that lots of people on this live already have, and it has changed their lives, okay? This is the stuff we need to be doing for ourselves. A manicure is lovely, but it isn't going to do a goddamn thing for you long term. We need to do the inner work. We need to heal our wounds. We need to grow. We need to expand. We need to start honoring our inherent worth, and we need to start running our minds. That is the magic sauce, okay? So with that as the underpinning, the way that you do it is you get very intentional about the thoughts you think. If you are going to use something outside of you intentionally for inspiration, then you need to be very vigilant about feeding yourself those thoughts, right? About looking at, let's just take weight loss as an easy common example, right? And someone around you just lost 50 pounds and you're like, whoa, that's amazing. She looks amazing. I am so inspired. Thank you so much for showing me what's possible. Oh, tell me more about how you did it. Tell me what tricks worked for you. I'm so excited to get started, right? And you feed yourself and you make sure you're staying in the space of inspiration. And as soon as you start to drop, and you can feel this in your body, there's an exercise in the book for this. As soon as you feel your energy drop, as soon as you feel yourself shift, you go back up in your head and you try to sit, wait a second, what was I just thinking? And if you find yourself in that same person that you were just using as inspiration, if you find yourself going, oh, they did it and they look so good. Am I ever going to look that good? I'm never going to look that good. Oh, it's going to be so hard for me. How did they ever do that? And then all of a sudden you notice, right? What was the theme of the 3 scenarios? You feel like shit. If you notice yourself feeling like shit, there's something going on in between your ears. You guys, you live in the feeling of your thinking, not in the feeling of what's real. So if you feel like shit, guess what that's an indication of? You're thinking shitty thoughts, right? It really is that simple. It's not easy, but it is wickedly simple. So Nancy, let me know if you're picking up what I'm putting down, okay? All right, Mary Beth. What about comparing yourself to the you that you want to be? Well, I think I would want to know what your definition, when you say comparing yourself in the context of the teaching that's happening right now, I would extract that, right? And ultimately, what I'm hearing you say is working towards iterating yourself, right? Being the next best version of you and the next best version of you and falling in love with the becoming process of who you're becoming on the way, right? So you are a mind magician and you know how to use this very diligently. So I would just want you to be very cognizant and very aware of what's going on in between your ears, right? But ultimately, if you find motivation, like Nancy's question, if you find motivation and inspiration by comparing yourself to who you want to be, like you against you, and it doesn't drive you to feel like shit, great. You guys, this isn't like my opinions or judgments. This is how are things working for you. And if you feel great, then do what you're doing. And if you don't feel great, then change what you're doing. Okay? All right, let's keep going. Rhonda, not so much comparison, but worried about other people's lives and what they should be doing. I'm unable to see the rest of that comment. But I'll give you guys a little inside scoop. Life sucker number 1 is control. And Rhonda, that's what you're spinning out in. In what world do you get to tell other people what they should be doing? None of us do, right? And if you're feeling that way, it's a deep control issue, right? And it is absolutely getting in your way. No question about it. Because it makes me want to read that section. But trying to control is the opposite of peace and ease. Control is when you literally try to control and, hold on one second. I'm just going to read one thing because I'm called to do this right now. I'm not reading the whole section, but I just have to read this to you. I've learned that when you could try and control everything, you enjoy nothing. According to Webster's dictionary, control is defined as, listen closely, the power to direct people's behavior or the course of events. Seriously? I'd never looked up that definition until I wrote this book. But holy shit, even the definition is exhausting. Direct people's behaviors or the course of events? I'm sorry, are you Mary Poppins? That sounds like an enormous amount of stress and responsibility to me. I'm going to leave that there, Rhonda. Let me know how you're feeling about it. Karen, you've realized lately you've been doing this and abandoned your business. Yes. Oh my goodness. I mean, there are so many different segments where comparison, like I said, is sucking your soul. But especially when you guys are in business or entrepreneurship, whether it's career and you're climbing the corporate ladder or you're wanting to, or you're starting an online business and you're looking around, The thing is that you'll always find what you look for. That topic's also in the book. You'll always find what you look for. So if you are looking around and comparing yourself to other people, Karen, that are in their businesses, then you are using it as a sabotage to not show up for your own, right? And you don't have to do that. You hang out. Come on. You don't need to do that. You get to decide and declare that you are available and deserving of all the joy and happiness and success and abundance that you have as your birthright. And you need to claim it, right? So start now. Stay in my lane. Stay in my lane. Stay in my lane. There have been times in my life, recently in the work that I do, where I will sit at my desk or stand at the standing desk and just chant it until it passes. That's why I'm giving it to you as a directive. Stay in my lane, stay in my lane, stay in my lane. The only thing comparison does is take you further away from your dreams and drives you to feel like shit. You just need to not be available for that anymore. It starts with that kind of decision. Brenda, you need 4 copies of that book. Fabulous. You can buy 4 copies of that book on July 16th. Make sure you guys have clicked on the top or bottom of this live are 2 links. You have the link for the waiting list, because when you get on that on July 16th, you're going to get an email saying, hey, it's ready. You can buy it on Amazon. And then you're also going to find out about the really, really great bonuses, like free bonuses that when you purchase your book, and we'll give you the instructions on how to claim the bonuses, you get. Like, they're really, really, really good. So you want those. So you can buy as many copies as you want. Yes, Mary Beth. Yes, yes. Good. Hey, Julie. Oh, thank you so much. I love that. Mwah. Hey, Melissa, space of inspiration instead of comparison. Yes, exactly. Hey, Meg, what's going on? Meg, did you buy a ticket for the New York City Tracy Lit Live event yet? Because I know you're in the Jersey Shore. You're not so far away. Make a night out of it. Come into the city. If you are down here in South Florida, that's the other link. Tracy Lit Live is coming August 15th to New York City, August 22nd to Lake Worth, Florida, which is in Palm Beach. These are one evening epic events where you will connect and transform. Doors open at 6. We do an hour of schmoozing, food, cocktails, everything. Everything's included. Then at 7 o'clock, I'm doing a workshop style talk that will change your life. And we're going to do live coaching where I extract those that want coaching out of the audience and sit up at the front with me and dive into some shit based on what I'm discussing in the workshop. And then we're going to conclude with a book signing, and everyone who wants their book signed will get the book signed. Okay? So just say yes to yourself. Spots are limited. They already started getting grabbed. So grab your spot and don't hesitate, and bring your friends. Okay? Okay. Hey, Nancy, this is your first time here. Looks like you have a lot of catching up to do. Well, I'm thrilled you're here, and there are copious amounts of videos on the Lit Factor business page, like days and days and days worth of inspiration and ass-kicking and empowerment and love and support, so you enjoy at your own leisure, and tag whenever you have questions. Yes, I'm so glad you caught me live. Love you too. Casey, I'm dying for you to read the book. Yes, yes, yes. Rhonda, thank you. How do you make it stop? You invest in yourself and you learn how to run your mind. That's the answer. That's the answer. We have to make ourselves a priority. We have to commit to our own healing, growth, and expansion. And then we have to invest in ourselves, right? Whether it's with me, because you really resonate with me and I would love that, or it's with another coach or another teacher. Do something. Do something, because you will not be able to do this on your own. And there are nuances and things you have to learn about consistency, consciousness, change, and shifting that you need a teacher for. So, Rhonda, just get ready to say yes, because the book is coming, and then live events are coming, and then other really amazing things are coming, which I'll tell you guys more about later. Okay, okay. Let's see. Okay, good, good, good. Karen, you stopped doing it? Yes, because you realized it. Awesome. Awareness is key. Awareness is key. Thank you. You're amazing. No, I'm not coming to Texas right now. New York City and Florida. However, Florida's gorgeous, and there's a plane. Come on down. Shh. On the page for the live event, there's like a great Q&A format. I love to digest things in Q&A, so I set the pages up like that. The last page is about, like, if you want to fly in, where can you stay? So go ahead and look into that. Okay? Marianne, yes. I'm bringing Ginger, a friend, to New York City. Yay! New New York City, you're there. Yay! I'm so excited. You guys, it's just gonna be like the best time ever. Ramona, not in Texas, but like, oh, come fly, come fly, come fly. Sweet. Kim, come from Canada. Come from Canada. Carrie, thank you. Investing in Tracy is the best money I've ever spent. I am so grateful for that, and I'm gonna actually flip it to you because what you did was you invested in yourself. And you are extraordinary. I mean, you have always been amazing, but now you are believing how amazing you are. And that's when I know I've really done my job, because I can believe in you guys all day. I can sit here and yell at you and smack you and hug you and kiss you and tell you you're pure potential. You're limitless. Believe in yourself. You can do anything. You can run your mind. You're right. I can say it and I can say it and I can say it. But when you do the work, you start to embody it. You start to actually believe it. You become it, right? It's you that gets to invest in you. And we get to actually be the generation that starts to see investing in ourselves as the best ROI we'll ever get on anything, right? Yes, thank you guys, Marianne, me too. Melissa, absolutely the best investment. Thank you guys. And obviously we're soul connected forever, because the stuff that goes down in the groups and the programs that I teach is sacred. And not only do we have a great time, but we rip open and build ourselves back up, right? Carrie, you're now constantly investing in yourself. Thank you. What an epic topic that is, right? Once you start, it's like, and more, and I could do this, and I could do this, and I could do this. It's the best feeling ever. So kudos to you. All right, my beautiful, worthy humans. That was our story time. I love you all. You have a whole week in front of you. Mary Beth, you're a different human. It's the best. Like, you guys, this is what I get to do every day. Like, pinch myself. It's amazing. It's amazing. So all of you that are hanging out that haven't yet done something with me, don't worry. And it's gonna be amazing. So I'm so grateful. I love you all. You have a whole week in front of you. I want you to start thinking for the whole rest of the week. What's possible this week? What amazing things are going to happen this week? Right? Right. Exactly. Anything is possible. You are worthy. You are powerful. You are enough. You are deserving. And you get to choose. I love you. And I'll see you again later. Bye.